Welcome to another episode of the Big Brothers of Destruction podcast. It's the Masaku.
It's your boy, Swag Switch in the building.
And boy, do we have a bit of a wild week of wrestling for us here. A lot kind of going on for the week. And some good, some bad, but let's just kind of get into it. Let's just get straight into it. First thing I want to bring up to Swag is Andrade just got released.
I don't know the details. I literally just when I say in passing, I literally mean scroll. Although the way that it was worded, it was like Andrade fired. That's what I see.
Yeah.
And so not fired, which I mean, I guess released is kind of this.
It's the most professional way to say it.
No. Well, so the released is the nicer way of firing somebody.
Yes.
When you get fired, usually that means you did something wrong. And now that I'm actually recalling what I read, because literally it was on Threads, and I don't really use Threads, and I didn't want to click on Threads because I got a new phone, and with the new phone you have to like install it and all this other stuff, and I'm like, I don't feel like doing all that right now. And so it was like, I saw it was just said Andrade fired, and it briefly said something about behavioral issues of some sort. Like
that's actually when I was watching WrestleMania. They were saying Fightful had mentioned that it could be related to behavior, but really what boiled it down to was Andrade wasn't answering his phone. WWE was basically calling him, trying to give him, ideas and things for the tag team, and he just wasn't picking up the phone.
Can you blame him though?
He was about to win the tag team titles with Phoenix. They were trying to apparently pitch the idea of apparently at Clash of London, that match apparently instead of the Street Profits, it could have been potentially him, Andrade, and Phoenix, and they potentially were going to get the tag titles.
So the reason why I'm like, I can't blame Andrade is because of the fact of like, why the fuck is he in a tag team with someone who is legitimately an established tag team partner with another individual who is in the company, and they have an actual name? Andrade and Phoenix is about as good as Taz and Spike Dudley. Like, the only difference is the fact that both of them are Spanish. But that's it. And we got El Fantasmo, we got LWO, we got enough Latino tag teams, and that's not talking about the addition of AAA. Because what would end up happening is that those two ragtag tag teams partners would just end up on AAA. And so I can understand why he ain't picking up the phone. And maybe you're right. He will go to CMLL and be just himself because he wants to win real championships. Like, I can't argue with him.
I mean, you're not wrong. You're not wrong here. A lot of people are saying that, yeah, he did not burn his bridges with AEW, and this would be the first time ever where somebody left WWE to AEW, from AEW to WWE, back to AEW. And to me, honestly, bro, can you imagine a job like you say where you're currently employed, right? You go to another location, then go back to your job, to leave that job, to go back to the, like, that to me is crazy. You never get that opportunity in like normal society where it's just only got two jobs.
You'd be surprised.
I
let me put it, when it comes to normal society outside of something like that, I have only I have only went back and worked at a job that I left one time. Only one time. And that job that I worked at was my second job. So it was my second job. I worked there, didn't need it. I left, just had the one job, but then a situation ended up coming up where I needed that second job again, and I went back there, and then I left again, and I haven't gone back ever since. But like, it was the second job, so it wasn't really like it wasn't a main job. As far as main jobs go, no, I've if once I've left that job, there's no going back to it. I don't, we just move forward because obviously there's a reason why you left first.
I'm surprised he hasn't done something like New Japan or something like that. But that's just me just spitball right there. I mean,
I
either
mean,
way.
do Spanish people go to New Japan like that?
I
Because
mean, that's kind of an excursion that Japan people from Japan goes on excursions where they go to places like Mexico, they go to America, so it's not unlikely
yeah,
for them to
people
do
in
that same thing.
Japan,
That's what I'm saying.
like
It's
people
not
in Japan.
unlikely. It's not unlikely they don't do the same thing because Americans go on excursions to Japan. They go on excursions to Mexico. It's kind of a common thing, depending on
But I've never. I mean, I
Ultimo Dragon.
now Ultimo Dragon. Anybody else?
Well, I'm just saying, like in general, it's not a very common thing, but like literally, I forgot the fucking tag team, well, the faction, um, the one that Naito and a good chunk of those were, if not Japanese, but Mexican wrestlers. So
But see, I also feel right now with the upper like when it now, Brent, I don't know what New Japan's paying people
yeah,
nowadays,
now, yeah,
but like New Japan is like a last ditch effort of a spot to even be going to. I feel right now, like no one's no one's really caring about going over the New Japan kind of like no
hmm
one's going there right now. No one's doing anything worthwhile over there, and I don't see in Andrade because like I've not seen, especially like big name Spanish people, or at least recently, I don't see why they would go over there because there is plenty of places that they could go where their people are because Spanish folk tend to normally stick if they're not reaching out and doing like a big company, they're going to stick into their their Spanish roots. And I don't see Andrade, especially the upper echelon of people that he is and the upper echelon of wrestler I feel he sees himself as, because I feel that's the other thing or the other problem with him right now is the fact like I feel Andrade sees himself as a world heavyweight champion material, and WWE isn't going to give that to him.
no. And the thing about it is, I don't think AEW will either. So that's kind of why I
No, they're absolutely not.
that's why I
Listen, that
feel the way I feel. Unless he goes to
AEW
CMLL.
AEW barely sees their champion as championship material right now. Like,
Yeah, that part. You know, it really kind of boils down to a lot of that in wrestling right now. Nobody's. I bet I've been hearing the comments that nobody's really creating stars. They keep constantly utilizing the same people. And one of the
bro,
examples is they keep doing that with LA Knight.
I mean, it's true.
Yeah, looks like LA Knight is one of those examples. Um
Sorry, it just
no, no, no.
you heard it right.
I was trying
That's
to
what
think
happens
of
when the house is hot and you gotta have the windows open.
oh man. I was like, all right, holler if you hear me. But
You
that's
feel
the
me? I'm like, Steiner playing about to happen. Am I about to be Frankenstein? God damn,
Mm,
bad
but
asses. Like,
it's unfortunate, but I know a lot of people have been saying that WWE at this time, or honestly, a lot of places are doing is they're not giving their They're not trying to build stars. They're just going off of star power. And that's why, like, if you look at AEW right now, their main three stars are supposed to be Hangman, Swerve, and Will Ospreay. That's apparently their three. When originally you had the four pillars, but I guess that's not a thing anymore.
Bro, wrestling right now is so. Let me put if I was wanting to train to be a booker, right now is the best time to get an idea of how to not book. All right. It's been the booking across the board has been some of the most atrocious I have seen for honestly the last 2 months. It's been horrible, bro. Like what you're saying, there was a talk in the group chat, right? Where it was all like, yo, how stale is wrestling right now?
Very.
When you look at Raw, outside of AJ Lee right now, you see the exact same people in the exact same matches, finishing in the exact same ways. Raw uses like the same 20 people, just switch swapped or in a tag team. Like, good example, Stephanie Vaquer and Io Sky are supposed to be having a match. Do you know that Stephanie has not had a televised match in 2 fucking months, bro?
Yeah.
The last time she had a match, what was it? She fought in that all-star tag team match that had her, Rhea Ripley, Nikki Bella, I don't think Io was in there, no. Versus like Judgment Day and whoever else. But it's like she had that match and she has not had a match since. And then she has proceeded through most of that time. She's only been on TV twice, or at least on Raw twice. Now, she did show up in at NXT because she's gonna have a match at NXT this coming week. But it's like, how am I supposed to care about this woman's title match if there is nothing going? The story that Io Sky is in has nothing to do with the title or Valkyrie. So it's like, when this match comes, outside of the fact that I would really wish Stephanie would win, she's not, or maybe she will. Who knows? Depending on how they want to go with the story. But it's like, but even then, it's like, these two are just fighting because they got cool names, or their names are important. You know what I'm saying?
They're
Like,
just fighting because they got cool names. It's crazy.
that's why it is, bro. AEW is the worst at that. That's what was it? When you look at the build up between Tony Storm and Mercedes Moné, what was that build up? What was the story? Why were they fighting?
Besides the fact that, oh, they're both champions. And even it wasn't even like a belt versus belt thing.
No, it wasn't. And then the match happens. Sure, bells and whistles. It was a beautiful match. It was fun. It was great. Whoop-de-doo. They're great competitors. Tony Storm wins. What happens after that? Mercedes Moné, she comes out and she does her fucking dance.
Your favorite dance, apparently.
Says the man with the CEO belts. But she goes on to then, no story involved, just be inserted in a match where she's defending her title against 3 other people. Why these 3 other people? Outside of the fact that one of them is Will Ospreay's girl, wins. Of course she wins that. No story. Who cares? And then she has another match with Windsor. Again, one-on-one. She Windsor loses. She's still the champion. And then you look at all the girls who you see on a regular basis on TV. Tekla. Aminata. Got Sky Blue. Fucking Megan Bain. All these bitches. But instead, a girl who we hadn't seen in 14 months, bro, has not been seen on TV in 14 months, and she shows up, stomps on her, and immediately after that, oh, I guess they're having a match now. What's the story? Why do we care? Where the fuck has this girl been for the last 14 months?
No injury, no port, nothing. No injury, no port.
No injury. The last time she was on TV, and for those, what's her fucking name? Goddamn,
Chris. It wasn't Chris. It wasn't.
No.
Now you gonna have me look it up. Hold on.
Go show how much I care about it. The Asian girl. Goddamn.
Oh, Rio. Hell yeah.
Jeez, bro. You're looking at me like, damn, you didn't know either.
No, I couldn't remember her name as well, but like once you said like boom, Rio, I was like, yeah, Rio.
You know,
Rio.
girl with the theme song. Fucking Riho. Okay.
Which Jim Cornette, bro, he has his gripe with her. He's like, bro, she is at least maybe 95 pounds soaking wet to him.
She's a child, sir. Like
I will say this is the wacky thing about wrestling that, you know, where some areas you're okay with it. You're like, it could be gimmicky wrestling. Like, okay, to me, the whole situation with like Mystery Iguana, the thing with Joe Henry, there's so many things about with particular things that people may or may not like, but are okay with this. Like, for me to see Rio and you telling me if she was like, I think she was going against what's her name? Basically one of the powerhouses in AEW at the time. Can't think of her name at the time, but she went against her and won a match. And I'm like, I can't believe that. I cannot believe.
She kept the title from her.
Yeah,
I know who you're talking about. You're talking about
which I haven't seen. Yeah, where the fuck she go? Yeah, she would be really good right now on the roster.
And it's not even. I'm not even worried about her Riho's childlike size.
Nyla Rose.
Yeah, Nyla. Like, I'm not even worried about her childlike size. That's not the part that bothers me. The part that bothers me is that she's been gone for a year and like 2-3 months. 2 months. A year and 2 months. Not one televised viewing. Not a word. We ain't seen her running around in the indies. She has been literally gone. And there are females who are on AEW right now who we see on a daily basis. Every night they're on TV. Winning matches. Doing stuff. Cutting promos. And Riho shows up. Says nothing, holds the belt in her hand one time, and before we go to commercial break, and there it is. That's the match at the pay-per-view. She's getting her chance at the title. Why? She has not earned that.
Has not.
Since when? Tony Khan out here talking about how he wants to keep the prestige of a title, intact which is why he made the whole cash-in thing. You have to cash it in and give a week in advance time. Riho didn't give no advance week time.
She didn't have no
win
cash
that
in.
match. She didn't have no cash in. But she just comes through the crowd, jumps on Mercedes' chest, which probably felt like a feather, and then holds the belt up, and all of a sudden she's got a match. While we got bitches like Megan Bayne out here bodying hoes, undefeated, never been pinned. But you know,
she did lose to Tony.
I'm sorry, she did one time.
Yeah, she did. It was a roll. It was a roll up pin. It wasn't clean though.
And since then, she has not been pinned ever since. But still, and even then, just, and this is not just there. This is across the board with AEW right now. AEW, they have been doing, prime example. Tell me you saw Collision.
I did see bits of it, yes. Because I started watching it, and I'm like, well, I started watching it and I was working on my oil business because I was doing it at the same time. And I just said, you ever watch something else? It was just like skip. Because it was just not good.
I wish I did that. I sat here in this chair, which you guys can't see it, but there's a TV right there. It was actually, you guys might be able to see, you guys can see my reaction to this show because I was actually streaming at the same time. Swag Switch on Twitch. All right. I was streaming. I did a podcast stream. I'm playing my farm game and everything, and I'm watching wrestling. Bro. I have never this was probably the most dog shit wrestling production I have ever seen. I have seen at least this year. Like this year, this show was bottom of the barrel, bro. Like these matches that they have for money. I'll back up some. On Dynamite.
Yes.
The all-star 10-man tag team match for $500,000.
Which, again, I'm kind of tired that they're making this a thing. Like, as a regular, every week we have an all-star match. Like, that's starting to become very redundant. It's getting
starting.
Well, I mean, it has been, but the fact that they're actually establishing it as a thing, they're establishing it as a thing now.
You must have just been brain dead watching these shows as well.
A lot of times, yes, because sometimes, you ever had that moment where you get so used to your routine that you're like, yeah, wrestling's on, pop that thing on, pop it on, and just like how you were casually playing your game, and you're just like.
2 hours go by.
Yep.
Oh, all right. Well, let me see what I'm gonna do next. Bro, it's real, fam. To show you how bad it is, right? Because usually whenever I'm taking notes and I want to figure out what I want to talk about, is I'll sit down, I'll watch the wrestling show. After I watch the wrestling show, I'll sit there and recall, all right, what were the things that stood out that I want to talk about on the podcast? Because I've made the decision that I'm not going to go and talk about every single match that happens on the show. Which, as a side note, after watching SmackDown, I guess I probably could go back to doing that since there's only like 2.5 matches a show now.
Yo, what the fuck is going on with that, dude? What the fuck? Yo,
like, literally SmackDown. Before I'm gonna get back to Raw, but literally SmackDown, was it just 2 matches?
Like literally no. Phoenix. So it's Phoenix. It was Phoenix and Sammy, which, by the way, that's an AEW match written all over it. Okay, this is
just muddied up with like 17 commercial breaks.
That I don't know if AEW does all those commercial breaks like that, but
At
what I'm
least
saying,
they give us picture in picture. God damn. Like,
SmackDown start as sometimes they only did it that one time way with Sammy and Cena, but I think it was because it was Cena and people are like, you want to see Cena, so you want to see the whole
but
thing of
even
this match.
then, it was still 5 commercials.
Yeah, yeah.
It was 5 commercials. One I think was picture in picture. But with the way that I was watching, actually no, now I think about it. Yeah,
I
one
watched the
was
picture in
picture in
picture.
picture. It was, yeah, because I was watching it. I was watching it through a VPN, and so yeah, there was one picture in picture, but yeah, the rest were commercials. And what even kills me is that when you're watching it, especially like using the VPN that I use, like like the commercials will be done, but then it'll go into the little like when you're waiting for SmackDown to come back on the air, and it's playing like the do.
Oh
It's playing like
yeah,
that the music do
the posing
do
and shit.
do 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 do.
You remember because it reminds you of the old 2000s like fucking the pose downs and shit. Like remember how Undertaker would turn around in the camera and dead man walking.
Bro, it's like I'm sitting here looking at this, and then it's like, and we're back going back to the wrestling match. I'm like, I could have been watching that the whole fucking time. What are you doing? What is this? But but like yeah, there was the Sami Zayn and Ray Phoenix match, and yes, that match was really good. I can't get
It
front on
was
that.
really good.
And then the other match that I remember, oh, that's right, BFAB had a match.
Yeah.
It was it a match? No,
No, no,
they
it
just
was
jumped
it was
her.
a beat down. Yeah, that was a beat down. And then
Yeah,
Mention came out there, kid with the kendo sticks, and it was done.
yeah. So there was the no contest match, and then Tiffany Stratton and what's her
Which
name,
was a no contest
which
match.
also was a no contest match. So there was only 2 matches still. There was scheduled three matches were scheduled, but only 2 of them actually happened. Do you know how much those ticket prices are for SmackDown to watch 2 matches in a jump session?
Hold up now. Don't forget main event. You watching main event.
On Raw,
Yeah.
going back to the point that I was getting ready to make. I watch my shows, and after I watch them, I sit down and I'm like, all right, now that I've watched everything, so that I don't give a play-by-play of each freaking match, because not all matches are extremely that important, unless there's a big plot movement that happened in it. What do I recall that happened on the show? And there are times where I'll sit down and I'll watch a whole show, and I'm like, I don't remember what happened on the show, and I just got done watching.
Because there was nothing
Like,
worth a damn.
and then sometimes because I listen to other podcasts, I'm like, well, let me see what the other podcasts were talking about. See if they bring up a point that I want to bring up to you, type thing. And I'm watching them, and they're all like, yeah, nothing fucking happened. All right, I guess I'll talk to y'all next week. And it's like,
I mean, let's be honest. Like, and I know you was going on Raw, but like the biggest thing that I would take away from SmackDown that really pissed me off because it's like, why did you even bring this match back up? Because at first I was thinking with Jade and Tiffany, I was like, there is no fucking way you're gonna give Jade the title on a SmackDown. But they do shit like that, right? Only to be a double count out. Jay, you gotta be pissed right now. I know you gotta be pissed right now. Like the fact that like we already hear that they don't really trust her to be a top star right now. They say she's a little too green. And to literally dangle another title match in front of her, highway robbery.
Listen. I would have preferred if they just would have put her in like a whole nother fucking. If they would have put him in maybe like put her in like a feud with something. Make her and Nia Jax fight again, like something.
Oh, you know my boo thing, Nia Jax. She came out there. You know what I'm saying?
Oh, I didn't know you. I didn't know that was a thing. When did that?
Oh man. Oh, from day one, bro. Nia Jax from day one. There are different adaptations of her, especially when it comes to how she do her hair. If it's really curly, that's primal. If she get the slick dark hair, you know what I'm saying? There's certain elements of Nia Jax that I'm just like,
I mean, I too prefer straight hair Nia Jax.
yeah.
So like, however, as much as taboo as it is, like, you know, I also really enjoyed I'm Not Like Most Girls, Nia Jax. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I missed that theme song, but not like the new version of it. Like, I don't like most girls. I missed that. I missed that fucking song, bro. Oh, still the best song in WWE is "We Taking It All." Settle those court like that. I don't give a fuck
Which
what
is
you
crazy
doing,
because like the person who has that theme song is garbage, right?
Really,
Absolute trash.
really,
like,
and it's terrible. Should be
like he's out here, bro. He's a jobber, bro. Like he is definition of mid card.
He I would rather hear that song than the whoa bullshit that everybody does with the fucking with Seth Rollins theme song every Monday night. We get him on there, bro. Solo could be doing so much more, but for some reason they gotta combine him with all
mid card hell, brother.
You know,
like SmackDown is mid card hell, right? Like it's
or just hell.
Yeah, you might as well, bro. 2 matches,
2 finishes.
and it's fun because you was talking about what you don't like. I'm surprised that you didn't bring up Ron Cena.
Oh, you mean Brock Lesnar ripping his pants?
I guess there's 2 different takeaways from that particular segment. So,
because I've already gotten to the point where, man, Ron Killings, that whole situation was dude just wanted to cut his dreads. He was like, "Hey man, can I cut my dreads as an angle?"
What bothered me the most about that segment was the fact it's like it was almost as if they were rubbing it in our faces. Cause like Brock Lesnar's like, and what did you say your name was again? And it was at first it was like, you know, it's like R-Truth, Ron Cena. And your and John Cena is what to you? He's my big brother.
But small brother.
And you're Ron Cena, right? That's what I said. You sure? That's who you are. And as I'm sitting here watching this, in my brain, I almost felt Brock Lesnar looking at us like, you heard what he said. Ron Killings is gone.
Yeah.
That doesn't matter no more.
Yeah.
He's a goofy ass nigga again.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
And you know what I'm gonna do to this goofy ass nigga? Hey, you got something in your teeth, huh? F5. Byproduct, he ripped his pants.
Yo, I want to see Botchamania do the whole rip my pants. I know I shouldn't curse, but the pain feels so much. Bro, Botchamania, do it. Do it. Do it. You SpongeBob shit. Do it. Do it. Do it.
SmackDown is
it's a shell of what it used to be when
shell. It's not even a shell, bro. Like,
well, remember when the whole
it's a shell with a gaping hole in it, bro.
Well, remember there was a point in time where SmackDown was the hottest thing going on right now, obviously because of the bloodline. You know, that
And how long ago was that?
it's a very long time. That's what I'm saying. It's a shell of itself.
It no, like earlier this year, it was a shell of itself. It, I couldn't, I don't know what the right term to describe what it is now. Decomposing. That's what it is. It is a decomposing body of itself. That's what SmackDown is. SmackDown is such a waste of time. The only reason why I went out of my way to even give SmackDown a chance was more so because I just wanted to see if we were actually going to get an answer as to like, hey, Brock Lesnar, why the fuck did you just show up and beat up John Cena? And you know what we got? No fucking answers. So right now, we're just sitting here like Brock Lesnar shows up, beats up John Cena, and leaves. And says,
See,
I'll see you at WrestlePalooza. Why, damn it? Why? Why, you son of a bitch?
oh,
Why would you do that?
we got the video
Why?
package too of Cena's career and shit, and how it technically is connected to Brock, which that I guess was the story. It's just they have a long running history of Cena being a specific way, and then pissing off Brock, and it's just been that way for years. And it's like, bro, why are you guys telling us the story of why we should care about this match through a package? The package is supposed to be before the match.
The package is supposed to give us the what's the word I'm looking for? The recap of what the story is leading up until now, going into the match.
To
That's what
me,
the video package is for.
to me the
You
video
know,
package to me the video package has always been for the guy who is making his girlfriend watch the show, or the vice versa, or whoever it is. If they're trying to explain, well, why is this a thing? Well, baby, watch 1 second. Here's the video package. And then the video package before the match, it normally would explain for the person that's like, oh, I guess I get it now. Okay, so he did this, and that's why we're here. Yes, the video just showed that. And then normally they can get
which
in.
so because I'll be honest, I fast forwarded through the video package, so I don't actually know what the video package said or did.
It was just basically about the fact that Cena reinvented himself to go against Brock, created the fu against Brock, and the whole history behind it. And then when Brock came back,
So
beat
it
him
get
up and all that shit.
so it more so gave the past history of Brock Lesnar and John Cena, but it has answered no questions as to why Brock Lesnar has now come back and without warning or provoking came in F5 John Cena.
Besides the fact that they are the most heated of rivals. Just like as if it was Randy Orton, who he's had like multiple matches in 1 year against. This is John Cena's greatest rival, apparently.
But see, here's the issue. All right. Using that same logic, okay, when John Cena and Randy Orton last fought, even though it was shitty and it was kind of rushed and kind of forced down our throats a little bit, at least John Cena and Randy Orton had a story as to why that they were fighting. They've been crazy rivals. I would dare say that they've had a more deeper rivalry than Brock Lesnar and John Cena. I think they've had
Facts.
those two got a deeper rivalry, but for this particular time that they're fighting, Randy Orton's like, John Cena, you changed. This ain't you. And you're not that
They were
good.
trying to run with
But
that shit.
yeah, you've changed and this is not you. But you know what? Don't worry. I'm gonna beat you up and I'm gonna take the title from you because I'm not gonna let you ruin wrestling. And unlike Cody Rhodes, I will pull the trigger. That's the story. That was the story. And you know what? Yay or nay on how good it was. Forget the star rating of the match because the match was ass, like 2 stars, 1.5 at best. But like putting that aside, at least they gave us a story.
Valid.
Because otherwise, right now, going off that same logic, so you're telling me after the last time that they fought, if I'm not mistaken, Brock Lesnar was on top when he fought John Cena the last time.
Pause.
But am I right? The last
You
time
you
John Cena and
absolutely
Brock
right.
Lesnar fought, yeah, Brock Lesnar beat up John Cena.
Yes.
So why does Brock Lesnar give a fuck about anything that John Cena's doing right now? He got his lick back. If anything, it should have been John Cena running down and interfering in Brock Lesnar's match to beat him up and be all like, hey, last time we fought, you whooped my ass. I want to whoop your ass now. No, it was Brock Lesnar was like, damn, last time me and John Cena fought, I beat his ass.
I wonder if I could do it again.
I'm going to go do it again. And let this be known, this is us as fans assuming
That's
that's not the actual story.
That's literally
There
the
is
story
no
of the painting.
story.
Yeah. Yeah.
There is no story. And so it's like, what? And going back to what you said at the very beginning of all this is really big name versus really big name. And we're going to put these two big names in really big lights because people are going to want to see these two really big names face each other, regardless of a fucking reason.
The perfect way of putting it, right? And I wanna paint the picture because we both know this because we have both shopped here. You remember the Sanford flea market? And you remember how they used to have counter selling of like the video game shops and stuff like that? This is the equivalent of you see one shop that's selling like, okay, but we selling this, and this one's saying we selling that. So it's like, all right, WrestlePalooza, all out. Brock Lesnar and John Cena. Okay, you got that? All right, but we got Darby Allin and fucking John Moxley in a coffin match. I get it. That's cool and all. But we got AJ Lee and CM Punk versus Seth Rollins and Becky. I get that. That's cool. But we got Tony Storm versus Rio. That's a match you want to see, right? That is literally the counter programming that is going on in this shit. And that's the only reason why Cena and Brock are going against each other. It's for WrestlePalooza to become this big thing now.
This is true. Now, quick correction though. It's Monet versus Riho.
You're right. My bad, Ron.
However,
it don't change.
I probably would have made a bigger stink about it if it was Riho versus Tony Storm. Because fuck no. Hell no. No, you are not. How she skipped the whole fucking line? How she skipped the whole. I mean, the TBS title is a mid-card title anyway. So, does not excuse her for skipping all the mid-card bitches right now who have been fighting their asses off and trying to get all this TV time where after 14 months, this girl just shows up one random time and now she's in a match for the title. No questions asked. Not to mention the fact that this past Dynamite, Mercedes Moné comes out here with Riho's because the commentators painted this picture for us real quick that she comes out here with Riho's mentor. Okay.
Oh yeah. As a tag team partner, yep.
Mercedes Moné, and I don't remember her name, but it's Mercedes Moné versus Mercedes Moné and Riho's mentor taking on Riho in Windsor. Okay.
You gotta do it like that every time because apparently that's how you do it. You know what I'm saying?
Listen, JD from New York be killing me with that. He'd be like, all right, Windsor. And But
which I'm sorry, if your
and
gimmick is you saying your name a specific way, crazy.
she comes out. She's fine because I so which goes to show how much I was paying attention. I didn't realize that she actually did that every time.
Yes,
I'll watch JD from New York, and every time he's talked about, he'll be all like, Windsor did this, and he always says her name that way. And I'm like, why does he do that? And then I locked in for once while watching this show. I locked in, and she comes out there, Windsor, and then she gets in the ring, Windsor, and I'm just like, oh,
yeah. I noticed that in the promo with her and Tony Storm, and I was just like, okay, this is your thing. Yeah, this is your thing. Which, you know, kudos to Tony Storm, not Tony Storm. Kudos to Tony Khan if he is still allowing wrestlers like, yo, just try to get over yourself. Just it's the attitude era all over again. Just do something, get yourself over. And
but gone wrong.
yeah,
Bad,
yeah.
bad.
I mean,
Like,
you got a couple of good apples, couple, but there's a
barely.
lot of them. Like there's like 3 good apples.
Who are these good apples you talking about?
Oh, I'm just saying in general. Like if you look at a bunch of apples, there's like only 3 of them that are good.
Like who are these good apples that fell from the learning tree? Like,
I need you to completely stop. No, you did not. Redwood would not approve of that.
Bro, go let me lock in now and get this shit in about Raw real quick.
Yeah, go ahead.
Just to say, because I mean there ain't much that happened on Raw. There's two things that stuck out to me. The first thing, boy, I really need the Usos to not leave each other ever again.
Yes.
Did you see how like Jimmy fell back into his sidekick role where he rightfully deserves to be and should be because he can't promo for shit? The one-liners, the quick
You mean
punch-ins.
Jay. Jimmy's the good promo. Yeah. I was like, wait a second.
I don't know why I keep doing that. Like they don't even look like each other anymore. I still fuck that up. But yeah, no, like Jay, he was like, man, I'm like, oh, this is where you're supposed to be. Fuck this main event Uso shit, bro. Like, what are you doing? And then freaking Big Jim out here, boy, he was spitting the meanest promo. I'm like, you were the main event Uso that was supposed to happen. You're the real main event Uso. You're the real main event Uso. The only reason why you didn't become the main event Uso is because you had a broken freaking neck. That's the only reason. That's the only reason. He had a busted neck and he had to take all that time out. And because of the fact that because you can only let one twin win.
No. The real reason why he is not main event because he's already main eventing with Naomi. The man can't have two. He can't have 2 wins. Okay, he's already winning with Naomi. He can't have 2 wins. Sometimes, you know what I'm saying, sometimes that happens.
Don't do that to him. You're trying. With what you said, would have to mean that he was winning prior.
Damn,
he ain't been winning for nothing.
No, a lot of I've seen some comments. There was one video I saw where it was for some reason it was trying to establish the net worth between Naomi and Jimmy, and the entire time, boy, if you got spirits in that, boy, I can see they're affecting you.
Oh no. First off, no, it's just perspiring. Well, you thought I'm over here fucking missing my face? God,
no, I said spirits. I said spirits.
But yeah, you said it's affecting me. I'm like, what do you mean? What you trying to say? I'm missing my mouth?
No. I'm saying when you drinking spirits, and you get to the bottom of it, you're like, that's the hard part of the alcohol. You know what I'm saying?
No. Like I took a drink and like it like
I do see it hit you.
the condensation fell all over my shirt, and the
Mm-hmm.
condensation's cold. So I was like,
Mm-hmm.
ooh, ooh.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
That's just like I thought when you said that the spirits. I'm like, bro, I'm not buzzed. And even
You
then, I'm not that sloppy of a drinker either.
side note for you and you Mr. Drinker. There is a show you probably should check out in the future called well, it's not in the future because it already happened. It's on Netflix. It's called Drink Masters. Check it out. Um
Drink masters, got it.
yeah, check it out. Me and the wife will watch it. But side note. Um what I was saying was a video showcasing the net worth of both Jimmy and Naomi, and the comments were just saying, yeah, like apparently Naomi was making more money than Jim the whole time or whatever, and basically it was saying, yo, with Jim and the money they were making, Jim is already winning because he just got Naomi. They were saying his prize for all whatever is him having Naomi.
Well, yeah, I mean, I guess that's fair. I guess that's fair. If we want to go that route, and it makes sense that well, it makes sense that she makes more than him because he is originally presented as a tag team. So it's like his value is only as good as I would say like him and his tag team partner kind of share a value type deal. At least originally.
Yeah,
Nowadays,
yeah,
they kind of
yeah. No,
but
originally
once
in
they've
there,
done this, one Uso is the only one that's being pushed because he got yeet, which is actually funny because from what I've heard and understood, both of them yeet backstage. They've always done the yeet thing.
yeah,
The only difference was one of them said it on camera first before the other one. And then at the time, when one of them said it on camera before the other one did, the other one was a heel, so he couldn't say it on camera.
he was
And
saying
this
it. He
is
said no
why
yeet.
exactly. And no one likes a no year. Come on, no one likes a no yeet man.
Funny thing you brought up Jay though, because in that same video, they would put up different versions of them throughout the years. So it was always Naomi, but then sometimes they'll show Jim. Then miraculously you'll see Jay at like say 2016 or something like that. And they'll go back to Jim 2020, Jay. Like, whoa. And people in the comments were like, there's like a couple of these slots that it was not Jim. That was Jay. But that's just editing.
That's fair though. But like, yeah, no, like Big Jim deserves so much better. The only thing that I feel that does work in I think Jay's wheelhouse is that I feel that Jay is a bit more of a better worker in the
He's more
ring.
exciting to watch.
Yeah, he was, he was yeah, he's definitely the more exciting one when it especially when you compare them to the tag team, but at the end of the day, Jim is the mouthpiece. And he proved it on Raw that he's still the mouthpiece of the whole situation. And then Jay has his little mini. It's not an actual heel turn. He just got his. He's just
Getting his lick back.
getting his lick back, so to say, with LA Knight. Who I love LA Knight, but like man, it's like he left SmackDown to get away from dealing with the bloodline, just to come to Raw to get stuck with the Caucasian bloodline. Which is barely hard to say that because Bronson Reed is actually Samoan. So you still could just call it the bloodline because Paul Heyman is there. One person from the Shield is there. There's a Samoan on the squad. Like it's. I feel bad for LA Knight. He is championship material, stuck in this loop of madness with factions, and he is factionless. He does not. He's not a team player. He is a Stone Cold Steve Austin if I've ever
But
seen one.
does not have the pull that Stone Cold has. It's crazy
No,
because like granted he is the same situation as with Penta. Penta has so much star power that again, a belt is not going to make him better. And a lot of companies, again, for years, it was doing that. And I feel like they're doing that with LA Knight. No matter what, if LA Knight goes out there and says LA Knight, the entire audience will say, yeah.
Like, but I also feel that like LA Knight, like, so with Penta, it's a little Penta is slightly different because he does have a whole lot of cool factor that goes with him. However, I think Penta still needs a championship to really.
Oh, hell yeah. I want that.
LA Knight, where people thinks what you're saying, it's absolutely incorrect and it's hurting LA Knight. The longer LA Knight stays not champion, the longer LA Knight stays jobbing out to these other people, it's like we're looking at LA Knight just being a main event jobber for the rest of his life. Because that's all he's doing. He'll get close to the title, he'll be in title matches, but he doesn't actually win it. And he is too good of a talker for them to just continue doing that with him. And then there's people saying the fact that maybe he needs to go heel and join the Vision. No, that's
no.
horrible.
There's too many
terrible.
That like no, you already got Seth who is able to talk, and you got Paul Heyman who could talk, and then LA. Like the whole point of doing something like that is you can't have everybody being mouthpieces.
Which I think which is also a thing that I feel that hurts the Vision because everybody's a talker. Everyone's got like. I mean, Grant, Paul Heyman is out right now, but it's like Braun Breaker's not bad on the mic. Brunson's not terrible on the mic. He could be better. Seth Rollins is Seth Rollins. Now we have Becky on their team, and she's a thing on the mic, and so it's like, bro.
I like this Becky heel run. I don't give a fuck what you say. I like the Becky heel run. It's better than anything else she's ever fucking done. Let's be honest. Everything else was shit. This is the best she's ever been so far.
Now, listen. This Becky's run is like when they were shoving Ronda Rousey down our throats. You know what I'm saying?
You know what? That's crazy.
Like, sure, it could be, comparably speaking, the best that she's ever done, but no one wants it or asks for it.
I beg to differ.
And then it's like, as much as I hate that we're doing this, like, I hate that we're doing this thing with the couples fight that we got going on right now.
Yeah, that is stupid.
I hate it because it's like, let me put it this way. It's because of things like this is the reason why LA Knight gets nothing. Because we have things like this tying up the title picture. And therefore, LA Knight has no purpose for being there. He wants to be champion, but he can't get to the heavyweight title because we got Seth and his wife pussyfooting around with CM Punk and his wife right now, tying up the titles.
Light it up.
Just like how, on the other side, we got Cody Rhodes out here who just came back
from being
gone. Cody Rhodes been gone. Yeah, just came back after missing what, like 2 pay-per-views now or something? Like,
yeah, he won the belt at SummerSlam. Like, well, no, it was 1 pay-per-view because it's Clash of London. Was there another one after that? Before that?
Oh, was it Clash in? Because last time he defended his title was SummerSlam, right?
He won it from
because he won it. Yeah, he won it from there. So it's like he's been gone from Paris, and if I remember correctly, like I don't think what was else. There was something else in between then.
I don't think that was a pay-per-view per se. I mean, you think unless you're counting Worlds Collide.
No, I'm not counting that. I'm not counting that. But
no, not Saturday Night Main Event. No, I don't think that maybe.
No, there hasn't been one of those. Oh. But it's like, what even then? he's coming back on this next pay-per-view because now he's going to fight Drew McIntyre. But it's like the heavyweight title has been gone for all this time. And it's like there's been no contenders for it, no real fighting for it. The person who put him out has been gone for like 2.5, 3 weeks, doing nothing. Just little backstage vignettes. And then he finally had his match with Randy Orton just now. But it was like, what are we doing?
All gas, no brakes.
Smack two. We got. Where the fuck is he?
I was just saying.
You want to bring him up?
No, I was talking about
because the last time we saw him.
I was talking about because Drew did the all gas, no brakes.
Where is all gas, no brakes?
I don't know.
Because it looks like his brake light is stuck is stuck right now. Because he hasn't gone anywhere. He's either.
Oh no, he's too busy. He's too busy dancing at live shows. I don't know if you saw the video.
What video are you talking?
He's pop locking with the Usos.
Bro, wrestling's been a joke, dog. Wrestling is a joke. Like, wrestling is such a joke. I can barely enjoy AJ Lee. And she's a day one drop anything and everything for her individual. And I can barely enjoy her. Because it's just been garbage. Absolutely.
What do you think could fix it currently?
At this point, I'm about to be like, nigga, bring back Vince McMahon. Fuck, like, do something. I don't.
The funny thing is, a lot of people are saying Vince coming back. Well, because of the whole TKO and the ticket pricing, we can talk about that. TKO and ticket pricing has been ridiculous, right? And they're saying that when Vince was around, the one thing that Vince understood is that you need ticket pricing to relate and to connect with families. And TKO saying we're not maximizing ticket pricing like the UFC does. The UFC is a completely different area
it attracts a different genre and a different grouping of people.
Yeah. Like, and most of those people got money.
This attracts like your betting people.
Yeah.
You know, your fucking Kyle jocks and shit. Like, to this statement that you brought up, right?
Mm-hmm.
Someone did like a average ticket price of like I think it was like WrestleMania. The last time WrestleMania was in Orlando, I think they actually did, right? The average ticket price when you take the most expensive ticket and the cheapest ticket and you do the average together, the average ticket price was $500.
Mm-hmm.
I think the last WrestleMania, the average ticket price is $1,200. Average ticket price, $1,200 compared to the average being $500.
The thing about that now is when they do that, it makes WrestleMania like a once in a lifetime thing. Like, you're not gonna do that every time. I remember when WrestleMania, people would fly from all over the world to go to Mania, and they could still afford it.
200,000 miles to be here at WrestleMania.
God forbid you do that shit now.
I sold all of my children.
Speaking of Mania,
took out 5 loans, sold my house, and the devil has a contract with me to be here at WrestleMania.
I'm literally going to the afterlife after the show. Speaking
I literally have to give up my heart when this night is over so I could be here at this show.
Could you imagine that though? Like, as the fireworks are going off, and you're just like, and also you just get that hand on your shoulder, like in that meme, the smile meme. it's just him and then the Grim Reaper like, you know what time it is, right?
holding the fucking scythe, like, bro. It I have to I cope I've been cope with the fact that I 3 WrestleManias is gonna be it for me unless something changes. And until and granted, I feel it's gonna be a minute before anything will change, but I feel eventually something will happen. Because when you think about wrestling, right? And a lot of people say the fact that, wrestling is meant for people like you and I. You know what I'm saying?
Yep.
Lower middle class folk who just want to watch something that's entertaining. You know what I'm saying? That's the original demographic for wrestling. Rich people don't give a fuck about wrestling,
Unless they're celebrities.
but and even then, the celebrities who give a fuck about wrestling are the celebrities who grew up poor in the lower middle class watching it on TV. Those are the people who like wrestling. And the only difference is the fact that they just so happenly was able to get famous enough and got a couple of movies under their belt. But like when you look at the people who are like that, there's your fake wrestling fan, but then there's your real wrestling fans. You know what I'm saying? Look at Jelly Roll. You seen where he came from?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's a wrestling fan. Stephen Amell, he talks about where he came from. He talks about how he grew up in there. That's a wrestling fan.
Mm-hmm.
Cardi B, a whole ass stripper. That's a wrestling fan. Like that's what a wrestling fan looks like. But that's just a wrestling fan who made it in life.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
That's why they get to sit in the front row. Us normal people who haven't necessarily made it like that, we can't go and enjoy the thing that we love the most. And instead, some rich person who doesn't even actually give a fuck about what's happening in the ring is sitting in our cheap seats because they got stock in the wrestling show. Like
God
literal
forbid.
stock
God
in
forbid.
the wrestling show.
God forbid if you were the green shirt guy. But what I wanted to get at though is how do you feel about WrestleMania going to Saudi?
The same way I feel about WrestleMania being in Las Vegas for a second time. I ain't gonna be there, so just watch it on TV.
Do you feel like the product is going to be? I mean, obviously we have Crown Jewel, we have all those events that's been there. Do you feel like the product is not going to be as good because it's in Saudi?
Do I not think it's going to be as when you say it's not going to be as good? In what way?
So obviously there's a lot of politics and certain things they cannot do while they're obviously in Saudi. One being the women's matches and how they're presented and stuff like that. That's
I mean,
one.
we still got women's matches.
We do. What I'm saying is they the it's sponsored by the Saudi government. Um it's not like hey, we go over here, we do whatever we want, but like they also want to dictate WrestleMania. Because if you saw
Right.
Crown Jewel and everything, normally they're WWE is gonna want to create programs that's based on the next WrestleMania. But Saudis want to be like, I get that, but I want to see these two motherfuckers wrestling. We're putting this much money down, so we better see these two
Bro,
motherfuckers wrestle.
I told myself that WrestleMania and us WrestleMania and Saudi Arabia in the way that like I've heard the whole fact that they're trying to get like all these different people to want to come back and maybe have one more match and all this
Yeah, like
other
Shawn
stuff.
Michaels.
And
Apparently, they're trying to get Shawn Michaels
like,
in there.
like they're trying to like do all this pick and choosing, and I want to see this, and I'm like, man, the way that this sounds, the way that this seems and feels is almost like if New Japan was going to have a show specifically just for the Yakuzas. You know what I'm saying?
They have done that though. That was
Exactly.
they have done that.
And so they're being there, and it's like the Yakuzas probably paid them very, very well.
Mm-hmm.
Like this is all about this. This is all about money. Almost $500 million WWE is getting paid. We are getting Saudi Arabia is getting SummerSlam and is not sorry. It's getting WrestleMania.
I was about to say SummerSlam.
Before,
I was like, what the fuck?
I mean, I'm sure they will. But it's like I said, Saudi Arabia is getting WrestleMania before the faithful British people, our faithful European people who have been fighting for WrestleMania for years, got outdid and outbidded by blood oil money.
Okay, but here's the thing. Here's the thing. Would you be okay knowing that you don't like that crowd? Would you be okay with them? The 1, 2, 3, like every 2 count, WrestleMania. You cool with that?
What? European people?
Yeah. What they're doing the 1, 2. It was just 2. It was just 2. It was just 2. The whole pay-per-view.
The whole I mean,
would you be okay with that as a WrestleMania?
See, the problem is, I wouldn't care because it's never going to happen. Number one, but then it's like, let me put it this way: the shenanigans that they do has spilled over into my AEW now. Okay, so at this point, I just have to tune it out. Like, would I be? I mean, for all intents and purposes, selfishly, I guess you could say no, because I would want WrestleMania to just come back to Florida, because we still got like great stadiums that you can have WrestleMania in, so that I could have gone. But now, if they came back to Florida, I wouldn't be able to afford it. No way. Like,
if you started saving for the next 2 years, you might have a chance.
Bro, if the money that I could use to just take myself, that's not even accounting for my family. All right. I have pretty much a wife and a child. Okay. For me to take all of that to WrestleMania, I could just put them in a house.
He's not lying, y'all.
I could put them in a house. I could take them around the city in a nicer, newer, and much safer car than what I have right now. As opposed to taking all of us for one night, my brother. Not 2. One night of WrestleMania. In the cheap seats. Nosebleeds, my guy.
Would you have preferred
I could just
night
put them
1
in
or
a
night
house.
2? Night 1 or night 2?
I could a house and a roof over my head and their head.
You can buy
on the table.
You can buy a bigger screen. Matter of fact, fuck that.
I could buy, with the money that it would cost to take all of us to WrestleMania, I could buy a 20K big screen TV.
Another thing you could do, which I was going to ask you about, they have the movie theaters that's doing WrestlePalooza. They do those as for Mania too. And that's even a better option because you're still with your wrestling fans. You know, that's what you really are going there for too. Is outside of just watching it live, it's being in the audience, in the crowd, in the energy.
How many people are in our group chat?
I want to say 12.
12. We'll go as far as even saying 15. There's 15 guys in our group chat, right? You bring your wife. I'd have mine and my kid. Could bring my mom. You know what I'm saying? My mom could bring some friends.
I already know where you're going with this.
You know that house that I decided to buy instead of going to WrestleMania? I have a really nice big TV right here in front of me. In my brand new house, I can invite all of my friends. I can bake some lasagna. We could get some pizza. I have a liquor shelf, which is probably cheaper than the beers that you're
Bro,
gonna
how much you putting on this house, my nigga? I'm sorry. You got a liquor? You got
Listen, I'm not even in my own house right now and I got a liquor shelf, brother. Like,
no, I'm thinking of a more inclusive one because knowing you, it would be definitely more inclusive.
With the money that I would be shelling out for WrestleMania, I probably could have a nice in-wall built liquor shelf.
Oh my god.
Especially for the next time that they actually come here to Florida, which we know it ain't gonna be next year. We know it ain't gonna be the year after that. And I could go on to the limb and say that it's probably not gonna be the year after that. So
probably by the time we hit 40.
Look, fam, if I started saving right now for that, what is that? We're 35.
We're 30. I'm turning 35 this year for me. I'm turning. God damn it! Ah,
Next year's WrestleMania is what? 33.
37.
I'm sorry, 40. No. Next year's WrestleMania is 43.
Yeah,
So
43. Yeah, you're right.
43, 44, 45, 46, 47, 48. WrestleMania 50, if I started saving up my money right now for WrestleMania 50, as long as nothing happens in this crazy United States that we've been living in for the last week as well, I'm pretty sure I can invite all of my family. You can invite some of your family, your possible kids you may accidentally have down the line. You could bring him as well. You could bring them. My friends can bring everyone in our group chat can bring their wives and their child if they have one by that time.
I bring all
and we
my
can
bitches.
have ourselves a big WrestleMania party at my house. For the price of WrestleMania for the nosebleed.
Matter of fact, fuck that. Everybody would contribute to that. Like, not even just the financial part of that shit is just like on you. Like, just imagine if we all, Nick.
Listen,
Anyway,
at that point, we could rent an Airbnb mansion and watch WrestleMania exclusively in a big ass in some big ass hot tub somewhere in an Airbnb mansion.
Hey yo, legit shit. I might be down for that.
Like a dope idea.
I ain't gonna lie. That might actually be a thing.
Instead of all of us spending like $10,000 for 2 nights sitting right next to the spotlight on top of the stadium. Like,
I'm gonna have to do some research on that. I ain't gonna lie, I ain't gonna cap. Just a weekend of like, all right, we all consuming wrestling all this weekend in the Airbnb. We got TVs going on every part of wrestling. We got NXT here. You got AEW here because they know they're gonna counter program. You have that over here. You got TNA here. You got Game Changer Wrestling here because you know they're gonna do stuff on WrestleMania weekend too. And then you got WWE on the big fucking screen. It's just gonna be a network of wrestling. You won't be able to leave
for less money than nosebleeds. For less money. That is the state of wrestling.
Yes. Yes.
That's
Yes.
where we're at. And what's worse is the fact that the price keeps on going up and the quality keeps going down.
Yes. Yes. It
Like,
does.
because I had the subject to myself of watching people wrestle for fake money, no stories, no reasons why. What are you looking at me like that for?
I'm trying to remember. Like, oh, GMO,
Fake money,
GMO,
bro.
GMO, GMO, GMO.
No, not GM mode. What are you talking about,
What's
bro?
about fake money? What's about?
Fake money. AEW.
Oh,
The Young
oh, oh,
Bucks.
oh. Okay, yeah.
Wow, you really
No, I
did you
watched it.
watch
No,
wrestling?
I did. No, I did. I just
Did you
when you would
watch
talk about
wrestling?
fake. No, when you would talk about fake money in a sense, because you always like doing GMO. So I was thinking you were just reverting back to GMO for a second, because that's just like your
No,
default. Okay, I was
no,
hella
no.
confused.
This is real fake money, bro.
Oh, that was fake money. Yes, it's just my brain went to immediate GMO for you because that's kind of like your default on what you're doing. I didn't process the fact you were talking about that match.
Oh, no, no, and not just that match. There was two matches. There was two fake money matches. Fake money all-star matches, bro. And you know what's going to happen? It's actually already been announced. There's going to be another fake money's all-star match coming up soon.
I don't know what Tony Khan thinks about that. Like they're fighting for $100,000. I don't, man. I really care about how the money they're gonna win that I wish I could have. That either one is not real money. And I remember where there was a battle royal that Hangman won, and he gave his money to Chicago schools for charity because he used to be a funny, what was a funny thing, interesting thing. Hangman used to be a high school teacher, and I
Looks
was
like it.
like, man, no, you couldn't, because as a person who has worked in high schools and as a caliber of a person is, boy, one or two things, he'd had to be knocking them kids upside their head, or he gonna have a lot.
Well, you over here? What you think Hangman was out here doing buckshot lyrics to his students? Like what?
Hey man, look, man, if they were acting up, he would be like, "Yo," just from across his desk, he'll just flip. He just from across
That's
his
a
desk.
that's a hell of a visual. That is
Hey,
a hell
look,
of a visual.
we get shit like that on the All Stars, WWE All Stars. Who says it can't happen in real life? Anyway, um, but that's besides the point. What I'm trying to say is these fake money matches. I don't know if Tony Khan believes they're like, oh man, these are a spectacle, just like, oh, they're fighting for a title. I don't know what it is for him. Maybe because he has money, he thinks, yo, fighting for money, I do that in real life. Yeah. I don't know what it is. I don't know what it turns him on about fighting for money, especially fake money, but it is annoying.
And then it's like the people who have fought for these like fake money matches. Like a lot of them have been in these matches more than once.
Mm-hmm.
These all and then it's like before it was fake money matches, and then there were all-star matches. Now they're all-star fake money matches. And the way that he presents them is all like, yeah, no, this is this is big deal. It's a big fucking deal. 50 to $50,000, $500,000 right here to split between 10 people, or I'm sorry, 5 people type thing. Which that's 100 for each person. It's a lot of money. At that point, why are these motherfuckers still wrestling like that?
Invest money. Like,
Man, $100,000, bro. I'll do more than fight for $100,000.
hey, look, man, that reminds me of that meme where that dude said it was like $1,000,000 a backstroke. He said, you're gonna have to fight. You gonna have to you're gonna have to get him up out of me or some shit like that. It's a dastardly fucking meme. Dastardly.
Listen, I don't think there is a nigga in this universe who is proud of what they would do for such large amounts of dollars.
I'm not taking back shots. I know that much.
Listen, it's crazy out here in these streets, bro.
Very much. But
And really, now I will say though, the only thing that was good of wrestling that happened this week, I think, literally that I've watched, it was at least entertaining and not really bad, was the AAA pick. That shit was good.
that, as much as we talked about everything tonight, the fact that Dominik fucking Mysterio is the AAA champion, it warms my fucking heart. And you know what? That man is such a good goddamn heel that when his dad's trying to put the belt around him, like, yeah, he's probably like in his spirit, I want to cry with my dad and hug him. No, 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 put the fucking belt on me. Hey, I said put it on me. Round my waist. And you can look at Ray, he's like, I gotta keep kayfabe, but I want to hug you right now, bro. He's like, no, fuck that. Put the belt on me. Just so I could take it off and hold it up. That I'm so proud of Dominik, man. Like, damn, he's like one of the only, like, I know there's other kids like Randy Orton and stuff like that, but like he's such an organic, like, talent to see him grow as a child and then see him here now, basically being Eddie Guerrero 2.0. Or his real daddy. Uh and shining the way he is right now.
I'll give it to him. He's doing his thing right now. Like I only saw like bits and pieces of the match. Like that's literally the last match that I was supposed to watch, but I didn't get around to it, kind of thing. I may still go back and just watch to see how it went down because I know there was some big American energy that was going on and all this
I about to say,
stuff.
you want me to spoil? I can spoil it and tell you just straight up like how it.
Oh, I mean, I knew he won, so it's
Yeah.
like
Okay.
that
So,
much I knew.
in a nutshell, Great Monicano sends him the
Big man.
plate. Big man he puts his mask on, hits him with a headbutt, frog splash. It's the
Oh,
same
okay,
finish, same finish as any situation with Americano. Give him the plate, put it in his forehead, headbutt, get the pin. That's literally what it is.
got it. All right, well, I mean, although it's like now I'm just all like, he's gonna have this. He's gonna be insufferable, right?
Bro, if
Because
he don't go,
he's the heavyweight champion of that brand. So it's like,
and he better go on Raw with the strap.
oh, of course he is.
He better.
That's the goal. That's the deal. But
I
like,
will say, I will say this much, and this is no knock to AAA. I don't like the belt, the way the belt looks.
I mean, I don't have a problem with the way the belt looks. For me, the way that the belt looks, it's what's the
It's the
like it
leather. It's really the leather. The plates are fine. The leather looks the leather. Okay, looking at the equivalent of what we see in WWE titles and how it's like one, band, and the band kind of just keeps it together. The AAA title does look very old. Like the leather is very old. There's nothing wrong with that. It kind of throws me off. I don't know. That's just me.
the to me the AAA title, um, it what it reminds me of as far as its looks, it reminds me of when you look at boxing heavyweight belts.
Literally, yeah.
And so it's so for all intents and purposes, to me, it's fine because it just looks like
It's an authentic belt.
yes, it looks like an authentic heavyweight title. Because
Mm-hmm.
like WWE, AEW, TNA, like their titles are very
Wrestling oriented.
uh yes, that I was actually going to say are very sports entertainment. You know
That
what
too,
I'm
yeah.
saying? As where their title, it's more like it has that look of like it has that prestige look to it that
Mm-hmm.
like because New Japan titles come off to me that way as well. Granted, some of the titles do have that, that gaudy, entertainment look to it,
It
but
used to.
some of
Well,
them,
now it does. Yeah.
but some of them, like though they're like they got that entertainment bit to them, they, excuse me, they still have that that sport, you know, uh champion fucking there's another word I wanted to use, but
Sports
it's got that
entertainment.
no, not sports entertainment, but it's like oh, there's a word that I want to use, but I can't think of what that word is. But it's but for lack of better terms, it's got um that more sports championship, trophy look to it. It's more, it has a bit more of like a trophy look for it, as opposed to of like, that sports entertainment. Like
Hmm.
I look at someone who's would be walking around with that AAA title, and I would think that they was like some heavyweight boxer or something like that, you know, walking around freaking getting paid out the wazoo because they're that big stuff or whatever. You know what I'm saying? It's kind of got that look.
My favorite belt, and I feel like closing notes. Favorite belt is still going to be the IWGP Heavyweight Title for New Japan. That belt, and knowing that our homeboy got it, I'm just like, nigga, I don't like you right now. I want this belt so fucking bad. That belt and the Lucha. Well, at one point I wanted the Lucha Underground title, but the Gift of the Gods belt definitely won them. Whenever you start watching, I think you did see at least the Gift of the Gods title, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, yeah. Um, those two belts were definitely like one of those belts. I think your favorite one at one point was the old TNA one with the not the
Listen,
original.
the T yes, not the original. Like when TNA kind of freaking the belt that Bobby Roode had,
Yes,
like
that was your
that
belt.
TNA belt, that the TNA big gold.
Yeah. I'm off chain. Never gonna be safe. God, I do miss that version of
That
Bobby Roode. God damn, yes.
belt was that belt was everything. I still wish I could get it. Funny enough, I actually on my Google Chrome right now, I actually
Mm-hmm.
still have the original link that I had. That like there was a wrestling site that I randomly found that belt on, and I'm like, I'm gonna buy that shit. And I saved the link on my
Bookmarks.
like on my bookmarks. And
Mm-hmm.
to this day, the link is still there. But whenever you click on the link, it is no longer found.
Oh, I could find that belt. I could find that belt for you for sure.
Oh, I'm
Uh,
sure, but don't
uh,
do that because I have no money. Bitch, I'm broke. That's why. That's me. Oh goodness. But yeah, that was the only thing good about wrestling this week. Who cares about Saudi Arabia? Matt Riddle's a fucking idiot. Fucking
oh God, yeah, I'm not talking about that. I mean, I did want to at some point talk about the Raja situation, but I wanted everything to kind of solidify and us finding out a final form of what has happened. Um, quick shout
I
outs
mean,
to
at this
Psychos.
point, I think it's about done. At this point, like
It is,
I
but they're
actually
still in
have not
invest.
heard an update on it. So that's actually
Uh,
something I might have to look into.
Psycho Sid is back up. He's doing well.
Stu, Psycho,
Stu, excuse me, Stu. Sorry, I don't know why I keep saying Sid. Psycho Stu.
Psycho Sid. He better not be back up.
You know what? And
Cause
remembering his theme song, like, but
no
no, Psycho
sir,
Stu, Psycho
I
Stu.
need I need him to respectfully rest in peace. Don't need him coming back up. No need.
Psycho Stu is back up and he's doing good. Raja hasn't made any statements. There's still an online, it's still an ongoing investigation. The guy who told him, um, hey, get your receipt, is he lost his job and he basically is not able to wrestle. He's blacklisted currently. A lot of stuff has been going on, but
Fam, that whole, like I said before, I think I said to you outside of outside of the
Mm-hmm.
thing, but I'm like, fam, everyone who was involved with that lost the bag hard. Like
Very much so.
their pockets are crippled.
Very much
To
so.
lose your job and to lose your wrestling career in that area,
Mm-hmm.
damn, that's no money right now. You're broke, bro.
Not
Your
much as
career's
money. You are unhappy. Like if somebody had,
yes.
and I hate to say this, if somebody had a 13's reasons, this would be right there. Oh man, like it's literally like, damn, bro, you can't do shit now. To be canceled, like it's such a scary thing in this day and age that you can't do a fucking thing. A fucking thing.
Listen, I mean, unless you think you're Matt Riddle, who feels like he can't be canceled, but
Because he has an
or
OnlyFans
unless
now.
or unless you're Brock Lesnar, who apparently can't be canceled either. I'm surprised there were no you like piss chants or something like that.
Oh, for Brock?
Yes.
You know, it's crazy.
For who? I
No,
mean,
no, I get what I'm saying for Brock, but like it's crazy you say that because even with Tessa Blanchard getting like she's a racist and like I don't know, I
yeah,
think
she got all that, but ain't no. But everyone out here just turning a blind eye for Brock Lesnar right now.
because it's fucking Brock and everybody wants Brock. Everybody like you saw how Story had a complete hard on when that fucker came out. Complete erection. Full send. Okay? Full send. That was that man.
Yeah, for Brock Lesnar indeed.
Matter of fact, the Brock Lesnar guy.
Oh
I
yeah,
will never forget the
yeah,
cringe.
we can't be dogging Story like that. He's not here to defend himself. Like,
Man, no, he ain't no defending. He'd be like, yeah. Cause he did that again when we brought it up last time. He was like, yeah, I
oh
was
my
doing that.
gosh.
Yeah.
Listen, all he's got to do is get Brock Lesnar's number and send him some P photos. Brock Lesnar.
Crazy.
Hey, yo, wrap this shit up, dog.
All right. So as always, guy.
Oh God. Please.
The referee isn't present. He doesn't see the tap.
Jesus Christ, man.
So, guys, as always, you know, I don't think we have any final notes, but we definitely appreciate you guys being here. If you haven't already, please choke slam the like button and tombstone the subscribe button. We're here every week giving our tidbits and thoughts about wrestling. Because as
Even
always,
if the wrestling has been absolutely dogs.
that is true. But we have to do a bump. We have to do another bump Booker Barry episode because apparently those clips are getting a lot of notoriety. And that actually was really fun.
With the way that wrestling is going, that's a lot more entertaining than us talking about how dog shit wrestling is. Like,
actually, I ain't gonna lie.
I would rather BBB than sit here and watch another collision like I watched the other night. Jesus. Queen Amanada running around here slapping girls in the ass with a fucking holding tongs and a goddamn spatula. What is say the thing.
And wrestlers can like Mysterio Iguana. Anyway, as always, the ring is sacred. The questions are real. The destruction is guaranteed. It's the Masaku.
It's your boy, Swag Switcher in the building. And the Mystery Iguana is better than all the shit.
Oh my God, we're out of here, okay? Get the fuck out of here.
Tony.
We're out, guys. See you next time.